not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog balls confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry Hard woman liberationists and Jackson Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Key, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight.
The air date of this episode is July 2nd, 2024, 2 days before the 4th of their lives. We have opened my discussion on the current event. We'll be having an open mic discussion on the current event, the events of current importance. We would also love for you all, your weekend at Biden supporters, to call in and tell us why we even waste our time voting sleepy, dementia, Jim Crow Biden again in November 2024. Please call in with your comments, questions, and concerns. The call-in number is 516-418-5996. Press 1 and you'll be live on the air. This episode is for those 18 years of age and over, and this episode is also being simulcasted on stream, Facebook, and YouTube. Greetings there to your sister Hep Set Suit, from the Centennial State of Colorado. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing cool, wonderful. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm just up here in 102 degrees out here in the state of Nevada, Sin City, Las Vegas. Lost the way, definitely crumb bumming. This election process. This dumb dude, you know what I mean? And then not to mention the fact, I think the Supreme Court had acquitted him and gave him some type of immunity as well, too. Yes, so what it is, ladies and gentlemen, all of us went out there and doing civil rights move. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about what's on here today? And that's the hypocrisy of it. and then to point out Brother Che, but we all pay taxes. You see what I mean? And then, the Blue Klux Klan, going out, carrying out, its long-term agenda of killing our people and whatnot. Then, of course, too, they taxing us to death, and then artificial intelligence. They taking over the bank accounts, things of that nature right there. And then I'm looking at Cartoon News Network with this crooked governor by the name of J.B. Pritzker from the great state of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody thinks that I'm going to go ahead and waste my voting for these Democrats, you're crazy. And of course, I'm not voting for the Repubs. Okay, comments there, Brother Che and Sister Headset Shoot.
Yes, I just wanted to say I watched some parts of the debate with Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and it was just a mess because
technical difficulties. Thank you, Mac, for putting that in the chat. I'm gonna try this again. Let's do the direct connection. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do this direct connect again for the studio. Live talk. Oh Lord, not Sarge. Oh no. God dang it. Okay, so Sarge. You're welcome, man.
wants to a debate which will allow you to see the true Joe Biden in real time. I appreciate the hell out the demon rat for allowing me to see it, and the rest of the United States and the world.
So Sarge, I didn't get your thoughts on the debate.
Man, we don't endorse these
fools. Show on Friday, but
I didn't say you did. I know you don't. I didn't say you did.
Oh God, how do you think your boy, the dump, as in human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear, did last Thursday?
Absolutely.
Now let me also admit this. Now I'm not blind, and I see what I see. Now, most of the time, Trump is rather sparkling in these debates. Thursday night, he was actually rather lackluster. He was adequate, but he was frequently repetitive. He rambled. He didn't seem to have the grasp of the facts that he normally does. But he was more than adequate enough to beat Joe Biden by default. I think it was the nature of the format. I think the nature of the format and the way it was done kind of threw him off his stride. Maybe he'd been told to be easy on the old man. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't at his best. Having said that, he was infinitely light years better than Joe Biden.
Oh, okay, well, Sarge. You don't get no argument from me.
And tell us why we should even waste our time voting for dementia.
But that's a pretty low bar, though. I got to admit, that's a pretty low bar. So, whatever.
Okay, but what it is, though, Black family, as I stated, okay, why are we wasting our time voting is because they've been pimping us, man, with this BS, man, since 1960. What's that? 64 years. They've been bumping our heads. Democrats is talking loud, boom, boom, and saying nothing, boom, boom, saying nothing. Yeah, like James Brown had said, you see. But as soon as we get up there, Sarge, and talk about the rape and slave trade pedophiles, how they violated us, you telling me that this is a good thing, Sarge. And to me, off the research that I read on Skip Gates, he is perhaps one of the biggest educated fools going, okay? Because how are you going to sit up there, Sarge, just like what we argued on Friday, and we can continue it before they started banging on my door. You know what I'm saying? And no, Sarge, it wasn't the feds. You know what I mean? Okay. But Skip Gates is a miseducated Negro, man. Read Carter G. Woodson, man. You know what I'm saying? The miseducation of the Negro. Yep. You see, this is sad. This is really, really sad. You see what I'm saying? And we had a caller that dropped off. Okay, it's all good, but call back in again, caller. We'll be happy to have you. Okay. But this is really, really sad of the self-hatred that what's his name? Henry Louis Gates. Now I'm starting to get demented. Okay. Yeah, Henry Louis Gates, miseducated fool. You know what I'm saying? He's going to sit up here and place emphasis on the raping, slave trading pedophiles that violated his family line, talking about that these are his relatives. The man is ill. Now run with it, Sarge.
I don't understand this about when you keep saying this. Fact is fact, whether you like it or not. If you had a rapist for a father, he's still your father, whether you like it or not. I don't understand you when you start with this line of reasoning. I don't get it.
Okay. Oh, the line of reasoning is simple, Sarge. There was a young man, Sarge, in Maryland by the name of Frederick Douglass, okay, who was a product of the rape and slave trading pedophile, and I will always use that term, and all my haters, feel free to call in and let's argue. Okay, so Freddie D beat the rape and slave trading pedophile for 2 hours with that whip, and I thought that was excellent. I thought that was bold.
No, the person he whipped was not his father.
No, it was a slave trader. No. Okay, Sarge. Okay, I'll meet you halfway. Overseer, the rape and slave trading pedophile, they're two sides of the same coin, man. What difference does it make? You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it wasn't his biological father. That's the only point I made. Now, you can make what you will. You can make what you will of the fact that the man was still his father, whether he raped his mother or not. That's how he got here genetically. There was no other way for him to get here.
Sarge.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand why. This sounds almost Nazi-like. you're attributing some kind of blood attainder to Frederick Douglass because his father was a raping white man, as you put it. We don't even know if it was actually rape.
No.
But we don't know.
Okay, hold on, Sarge. The term that I use is raping, slave trading, pedophile is the term that I use, sir.
Okay, I
so
think
please,
his mother was of age when she gave birth, at legal age.
Sarge.
Remember, legal age was a lot lower back then than it is now.
Okay,
Stop making excuses. Sorry, y'all. Just the direct connect got disconnected. Let me share this and try to get it back up. I gotta do the direct connect. Sorry, y'all. Just bear with me. I got disconnected. And then this muted. So this tab is muted. Why? I don't know. Not muted. Direct connect. Direct connect. Sorry. Sorry about that. He said we're having technical difficulties. me try this again. Disconnected from the direct connect. Okay, let me put this on so y'all can hear it. Disconnected. Oh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try here.
Like Henry Louis Gates, you was property.
20 years ago,
Just
wasn't no black and white brothers popular.
Sarge. Says, okay, like these tethers, and if I'm using the term correctly, Brother Paris, let me know. Okay. Now, old Joe Gibson, who's afraid to call in, which is fine, I could care less if he does, I'm careless if he don't. Okay. Now, what had happened, Art, is when we saw these stinking, nasty ass cave beasts, you see, they stunk. They didn't believe in washing their ass. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, they didn't believe in washing their ass. Okay, yeah, you know that, Sarge. Okay.
No, I don't know that. You claim you know that.
Sarge, I got it from an extremely reliable source. And I have extremely reliable
sources to the contrary. So you got your sources, I got my source.
Okay, my source is this here, is that I was up there in Panthertown one day, Sarge, sitting by the Lake Merritt BART station, and a young Ethiopian woman had sat down next to me, and I said, why is it that the women from East Africa, like Ilhan Omar, you know what I'm saying, Sarge, why are they so hypnotically beautiful? She told me it was from God. region. And he told me is that to the degree I disagree with God, you know what I'm saying?
Well, human beings get Alzheimer's from time to time, even
yeah, like biting. Like pro biting.
Sarge. You say
concussions from time to time.
Okay,
Memory gets a little foggy.
Sarge. Okay, what is Donald Trump? Stop.
Just make up anything, won't you?
What is, I'm
Tell me
talking
what
about,
it
man.
is, then. You
Yeah, y'all are listening to the conversation.
Must be crazy. What's better than what we right here? See, ignorant Sarge is a very, very powerful tool. Which is even a more powerful tool, Sarge, is will. Ignorance. You see what I'm saying? That's the what it is extremely sad.
You
okay.
Sir, I am certain of that.
I'm a black man in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man in America. I got a.
Like I said, man, you didn't get a choice as a citizen when you were born. White people. They don't give you a choice about it.
It's Sarge. Martin Delaney. I thank God for being black man. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Sarge, it's 190 degrees out there. Why don't you call your buddy Joe Gibbs and let him come out here and sit with me today?
Shabaka, you are aware that there is a process of process by which you will not allow you to renounce citizenship unless another country in the world is willing to make you a citizen of theirs. They will happily allow you to renounce it.
I need to on that is because Brother Paris, as you know, man, you know, he's a holder, so I have for Brother Paris. Okay, I see you got a
I've already looked into the process. I've already looked. I know what you have to do legally to renounce your citizenship
Sarge.
as an adult.
Okay,
But you gotta be an
Sarge,
adult when you do it, though. You can't do it unless you're an adult.
Okay. Sarge. Okay. Last, and we got the one and only Sarge right here, and we are rumbling here in Las Vegas, Nevada today. 203. Your mic is on muted.
Honors, peace, love, Islam, Society Star, has Chef put. Boy.
Oh, is this Chef Rob?
It's Chef
Peace,
Rob.
love,
Yeah. But let me say this. Last time I was on here, we were discussing. I said Andrew Jackson, and the brother said no. He was president, and he was right. The president was over Cleveland, who actually did the Dawes Roll effect, and the Dawes Roll. And made yes, sir.
Okay, oh yeah, it's always a pleasure. Okay, oh yeah, drop knowledge. And you see we got Sarge, man. Sarge is already leaking off.
Okay. Sun starts to go all this talk about being black. And you said you want to help our people, you want to give to the youth. And
Okay, let me say this here. I'm just saying that, out of respect for you, that's why I use the term common term.
The brother said something about everybody can go denounce their citizenship to the United States, which is true. With everything being full, right? You just denounce your citizenship without claiming a country.
Now, two is, Sarge, riddle me this here, Sarge. Why do you hate yourself now?
See, I just went over that with you. You're the one that asked me to hate myself, which I refuse to do, because I told you about the Hooper, and I will not hate myself, and I do not hate myself, and I only reject your assertion.
Okay, Sarge, now let me ask you this here.
To that, Shabaka? Because
yeah, go ahead, yeah.
He said I'm German. I believe he said him. I'm gonna say this.
He's got all the trade.
Wait a minute. We say that dig back through this, and we find the people who call themselves gonna look darker in.
Man, I get disconnected again. Okay.
When we dig back through, we find the people who call themselves white. They're gonna look darker than us, and they wrote down on them papers that they was white. It's not about skin color, but they wrote down people like us who came from England and Scotland and France and Germany, who we came here and did this to us. All white people did was come and pick up the fallen pieces, because we kept arguing and fighting about nothing, and mostly religion.
Conquer.
And the Crusades in the history.
Yeah, divide and conquer. Okay, yeah, and that, I'll give you that on there, brother, because that there is undisputed.
Shabaka, I'd like you to follow up on the fact that I reject the assertion. I do not hate in the skin that I'm in. What I want you to explain to me is why you think I hate myself, and why I should hate myself if I should. Why? What am I supposed to hate about myself?
Okay, hold on, Sarge. Glad you brought that up, okay? Because this is what I meant to get with you, man, before, the end of the conversation, when they was banging on my door and it was the Fed, you got off real fast. Okay, did you ever see a film?
You hung up the phone.
Or Sarge, man, like the referee says, protect yourself at all times.
What about you? Listen to a dial phone? What do we do? Listen to a dial phone?
Okay, but Sarge, have you ever saw a movie, and I know you saw this movie here too, and if this does you cry what I'm about to say, you ain't for me. The Imitation of but bang, 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 and go through the process again. It's where the girl, Sarah Jane, is trying to date this white man. And this white man goes up to her and beats her up and says, is it true that you're, you know what I'm saying? order. You see what I mean? You know, they want us to hate ourselves. They want us to get up here and do like Trump. They want us to get here and say Taylor Swift, beautiful. And then you look at Taylor Swift and you tell me when she was 35 and you tell me what your choice would be. It damn sure wouldn't be that 6 o'clock shape of Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? And then Gene Roddenberry, I'm turning back the pages. In my memory, and keep in mind I'm not as young as I used to be.
He took a lot of too, didn't
Hopefully we'll have this shit together. Wait for my damn actual hotspot to come back on. This building Wi-Fi is not getting it at all. This shit is horrible. Okay. Let me try to see it.
That they're attached to it, but you know what they're doing now, folks out there in Hollywood? They putting a great big ass sign up. Okay, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they're putting a great big sign up here that says film, and in this area right here, if you cross this sign right here, you are giving us permission to film you, meaning they don't have to pay you. BET Awards, garbage. Okay, you see what I mean? Straight garbage. You see what it is, Black family. Or I should say common term, you know, for is that they hate us because they cannot be us. And like I said, Sarge, it's 102 degrees out here, man, and I've been out in the sun half the day, man. I don't get sunburned. You know what I'm saying?
I just made a point about actors with powerful producers, directors.
I responded, Sarge. It's disgusting. It's sickening.
So sorry, y'all. I'm back. It's time to shoot in.
I'm not neurotic. Wait a minute, Shabaka. I'm not a neurotic. I don't play the affecting love of people who don't necessarily have anything.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Sarge. Let me ask you a question.
What anybody love me for?
Okay, hold on, Sarge. Let's say that you're in Iraq in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever been to the Pacific Ocean. Oh, yes, you have.
Yes, I've been in the Pacific Ocean several times. Yes.
Okay. Now, Sarge, if there was two, okay, who was drowning? One would say, as El says, a war, you know, or Blacc comment. You know, for El respect y'all. Yeah.
Damn it, this damn connection.
Very knowledgeable.
But I think I can get you.
Oh, it's gonna be the you know what I'm saying? Mighty.
I don't know. You got to answer that one for yourself. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But I think I can guess.
Be the brother. Be the brother or the sister. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Whitey will go to George Wallace, you know, thank him from that, you know, check out the motion picture, Mandingo, thank for that. And then they're going to say that, no, it's sorry. You know, that's my best listen to episodes that one you and I did on, man.
You got it on Blu-ray. I got the movie. I know what it is.
Okay, Sarge, I've seen the garbage too back in 1975. And greatest Muhammad Ali said,
James Mason's performance was over the fucking top. I swear to God, man. Talk about chewing scenery. Good Lord.
Okay, Sarge. Okay. The one who I liked in the movie, man, was that dark and lovely Brenda Sykes. Okay. That you would not see me in no picture will allow myself to be disrespectful in Norton was. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you know, you got to admit one thing, though. You got to admit one thing. The James Mason performance was over the fucking top. I swear to God. Man.
Mason.
That was over the top. Talk about chewing scenery. Good Lord.
Okay. One who I liked in was that dark and lovely Brenda Sykes. Okay. You say, well, that woman threw her down the stairs.
I liked her too, but there wasn't anything exceptional about her performance. The reason I said James Mason is because it was such an over-the-top scenery chewing, you know, a parody.
Sarge, the fact of the matter is, Sarge, is that these people hate and they despise you, Sarge. Now, I know how to use your napkin, what have you, and I'm scared of you, Sarge, the way how you work a napkin holder and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, Sarge, is that this country hates and despises us. Look at Barack Obama. Feel sorry for the brother. I really Harvard educated. I believe he's part of that old George W. Bush, OW. You know what I'm saying? That's seventh cousin of his. And what Barack has been doing and said, hey man, break yourself, man. You know, I need my reparation. You see what I'm saying? Sorry. Illusion, Sarge. You see what I'm saying? It's an illusion. You see? You know, and then on top of it too, as I've stated, Shida, and also to the indigenous people, right? I don't know curvature in the one look like Taylor Swift. Now, can somebody riddle me that? And what do you have to say
Okay, let
on
me
all
tell
this?
you something. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Give me your email address, and I'm going to show you something that's going to shut your mouth on that shit. That's all I got to say. You just give me your email address, and I'm going to show, because I know this person, and I'm telling you right now, you are wrong as rain. It depends on the individual. Now, I will send you these pictures, and if you still want to maintain that belief system, then you're welcome to it.
Sarge, I'm going by what I saw, Sarge.
I don't care what you say.
What I
just let me send you. Give me your email. I will send you these pictures. If you want to hear that these absurd beliefs, then I got nothing more to say. I'm just gonna drop it forever.
Sarge. Sarge. I'm just going by what I saw.
I don't care what you're going by.
Sarge.
I got eyes too.
Sarge.
And I know, I know one thing. Wait a minute. And I know one thing I like about black women is the way they're built. And I'm telling you right now, they're not the only women in the world built like that.
Sarge.
I don't care what you want to believe. It ain't true.
Sarge. Okay, Sarge. I'm going by what the young woman from Ethiopia told me over there, man, by Laney College.
Okay, well, good. I guess she's an anthropological expert. It doesn't change my mind.
Okay, Sarge. This woman was breathtakingly beautiful. It made an old man wish for younger days. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All right, and thank God I don't have younger days. But Sarge, they always wanted to depict the black woman as being ugly. Okay, is not, common term or
Come on, you think I need anybody to tell me anything to the contrary? I was married to one of the most magnificent black women God ever put on this planet for 32 years.
Okay, Sarge. And the one that I was involved with has been deceased for 19 years. Okay.
Something else?
Yeah. Go ahead, Elia. Okay, Sarge, great. Go ahead, Elia.
When it comes to who we see on the reservation, this is where we left off last week. The doors rolled from George Grover Cleveland after the Trail of Tears by President Andrew Jackson. People paid $5 to become Indians, which is why we are not Indians nor Native Americans, and we are not arguing about those things. We don't care about those things. Those are words that they have stolen in order to be them, to get you and I. Now, when Sarge is bringing up anthropological, I'm going to say this, and you had mentioned something about biology. Well, when it comes to being black and African American, it states right there in the United States Census that there is no reason, no archaeological reason, no biological reason, or any sociological reason to use any of these terms. And then in the definition, black people aren't original people. And the final thing I'm going to say about that is right now, through anthropological studies is where racism was born. It is where they proved the Negroid and the Caucasoid and this, the Mongoloid. It's all made up by evil people, by the same supremacists that we say we want to get away from. We have to stop thinking and talking like them and using their sciences to describe ourselves. I yield the floor.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, Sister Hepzibah, ma'am, your comments, please.
Yeah, what I was going to say was that, have you ever heard about the story of Yaqub, the Shabaka?
Yes, that was one of the things that had me wanting to go to the Nation of Islam, because I swallowed that jive hook, line, and sinker. On the island of Patmos, Dr. Q, the big head scientist, oh, hell yeah. I was all into that.
Okay, well, what I was going to say was that Yaqub, who was also Jacob in the Bible, he was a scientist, created white people, and the way that he did it was through the womb of the black woman. And when he grafted them from the black woman, because that was the only way that he could create it. He didn't just go in there and put two chromosomes together and make them. He has to create them from the woman, from the black woman. And if you go into history books, it'll say, well, yeah, the original woman came from Africa.
Yeah, Lucy.
You know, so white people say, yes, that's the motherland. My lineage comes from Africa. That's what white people are saying today. And so when they were created, though, they were lacking certain areas. So they didn't have the curves that the black woman had, and they didn't have the curves the black man had because they were grafted. And so I think you were trying to ask a question about that. That's why white people look the way that they do, is because they're grafted people. They're not original people.
And all of this happened 6,000. Now, according to the Nation of Islam, all of that 6,000 years. On the island.
Using that as in common term. Okay, does that make sense to you, sir?
Brother, no offense, because of the meaning, it's like there would be no time that you or I would ever let somebody, no, we're just going to call now. We're just going to say you're sexual.
I'm not that kind of
treat black in that same category because I fully awful annotations and connotations by me saying it and agreeing to it. There is no way under no circumstance, not just anything. I don't celebrate. I'm not around for you. They won't take pictures of me and then we heard you're not. But look, every time.
Well, I kind of think the Shabaka is trying to establish a common method of communication really to facilitate the discussion. We're trying to find a common ground for efficient communication. I think that's the point.
Okay.
Say black is as much as I'm going to keep saying. We was born, and then I'm willing to point out we can't use that. Everyday level, all of our grandparents told us we were a part of one of these nations, and we are. So whatever your grandparents told you, that's rule one. That's who you are from now on. Now, if all of us come together and move as a people, we need a treaty, and we have one. The future, the past, our ancestors left it to us. We just didn't know about it, and we wasn't operating it. And the Moors are the ones who signed that treaty. So on a national level, all over the world, in France, Germany, England, we stand up and say, Moors They understand and know who
Hell
we
yeah.
are. What we don't know and understand, so we're not coming together to be the greatest that we can be because we keep looking to them. I think what happened with Trump was funny, and I think Sarge was on the level of he knew this was going to happen. Like you said, Shabak, Democrats nor the Republicans. So how come, and I'm asking a question now, how come those people who call themselves Black and African American, how come they haven't asked the census, and I mean like a big group of them need to do it, ask the census, how come that's the only group that doesn't say original people? What's your answer for that?
Okay.
And then when it comes to a political party, why don't they start a theocratical party where they're telling the world, hey, everything we do is about the Creator. We don't argue with each other about each other's gods. We have a theocratic, because you're Black people, so you know you have your own culture, and this is a part of building on your culture. But you make the United States Census answer the question, how come under Black and African Americans, they're the only one whose definition doesn't include the word original people? And they open up everybody's eyes and a stand and show that senators allow this to go and write this out. Well, what group? And how come the senators in there knows that look, ain't point out?
Okay. Hold that thought. Okay, we got the Alaskan here. The last 3 is 09. Had your hand up. Okay, mic is on muted, Alaskan. What do you have to say about all this here?
I have to apologize to the discussion that's presently going on. I just got here, and I've got what I really came in for was I was going to ask you for an update on that housing situation that we had a couple weeks ago.
Yes, sir. Okay,
I can't remember where it is.
Report.
Okay. It's down in Shreveport, Louisiana. And what it is, the gentleman, who is researching that, man, he's getting somewhere, man, and he's pulling up some records on it as well, too. And then to find out that a lot of the local politicians are in on that corruption as well. And then the ones who are running that corporation right there, these individuals cannot be found. And the last part was that they were based up there in New York. And then they did have the police department go out there, possible evictions of putting the people out of the houses, and there was the film that put up on his wall from 3 years ago. They had the local news going to these dwellings, man, and you got cockroaches, man, as big as your feet. You know what I'm saying? In there, rats was in there because they had set some rat traps, and and they had captured all kind of rats and stuff like that. Is really, really bad. And I was really hoping that he was in tonight.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm aware of the situation that you just presented because that's what we discussed that night that he was on and everything. And I was just wondering if there was any new information that has come of this.
Okay, well, after the show tonight, I'm going to be in touch with him, you know what I mean, and ask him what's the latest called in, to give us some feedback. But as you know, a hurricane is heading down that way down there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's batting down the hatches as well. So, now, just bear with me asking. I'm subject right here with Sarge.
Yeah.
Now, Sarge,
well,
Sarge.
You guys.
One, okay. One, Okay, muted if this thing decides. Okay, for name and where you're calling from.
I know it. Hey, MD.
Peace with MD.
MD, and we got your boy and Sarge. What's going on with you there, MD?
Man, I can't call it, man. I'm just joining in on the discussion. I ain't heard none of the
Yes, sir.
I just called in.
Oh, okay. Elia is saying that we are Moors. Okay, so Elia was now that is that. Treaty.
Peace, twin. Glad to see you.
Shabaka, let me be precise in what I said. If you eliminate any of your direct ancestors, you cannot exist. That is my point.
Okay, hold on, Sarge. Now, too, for the brother here, MD, to understand clearly, and you talking about this includes the rape, and pedophile. Okay, so okay, so now here we go with Bumblebee and what's the okay, Sarge the but my
whatever.
Okay, now Sarge, okay, and we got to your topic in just a second here, Elia. I saw you made the statement, okay, is that if you're in a hospital and if you saw
That's what he said.
Yeah. Medical. Am I a medic or something? Am I just been assigned to escort him to and from trial? I mean, some anonymous
Guess who's still here kicking? Internet is really stupid. Sorry, y'all. Thanks for staying with me. called internet. All the fake
Okay. You remember the little girl, little Ruby Ridges? Okay. As
Yes.
well, the National Guard.
Ordered by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, Republican.
Okay, now, and then old Governor Faubus got up there with an axe in front of the high school, and he said that the first NGR that comes through here, I'm going to chop his head off with an axe. Now, Sarge.
Well, you got to mix up with Lester Maddox.
No, Sarge, Lester Maddox was the governor of Georgia.
Not Orville Faubus.
Okay, Lester Maddox was the governor of Georgia, Sarge.
Yeah, you got to mix up with Lester Maddox. Faubus didn't say no such thing like that.
Okay, Sarge. Okay, Lester Maddox was the guy that gave Muhammad Ali his boxing license.
And he chased away black protesters from his business with an axe.
Okay, Sarge. Lester Maddox was the same dude that gave Muhammad Ali his boxing license, man, to fight in Georgia when Jerry Quarry in 1970.
They're probably disconnected me again. It says I'm still in there. Really good. Okay, let's try this again. I'll take the viewers, my shit. Like drums, Shabaka'S Black is great for him.
The way I spell my last name. The damn thing about it was that most of those people that I saw were black. Now, does that mean that? Now? Hang on now. Does that mean I'm black, or did somebody in my family tap a black female and create a black child that they gave my last name to? I don't know.
That's false.
I don't know.
That's false.
Okay, but Alaskan. Okay, let me say this here.
Shabak, let me speak to that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, MD. I'm sorry.
He said the way that they spell his name, McPhail. I know that name. He said the way they spell it is with an F. That's because your name has been Americanized somewhere in your lineage. That's not you don't.
I believe that you are absolutely correct, because I believe that it probably happened at Ellis Island when one of my relatives came over and somebody who was ever writing out the paperwork misspelled it.
Exactly.
You know?
That was common amongst immigrants at Ellis Island. It was also common amongst newly emancipated black people during the census record. That's how a lot of our names are misspelled today, based on the fact that we didn't know the correct spelling. For instance, my family name is Knuckles, just like you spell it like your knuckles of your hand. But because my ancestors didn't have that much of a vernacular in terms of what the vocabulary was, it changed and went to N-U-C-K-L-E-S. Drop the K. Same way.
Okay.
The name is Americanized. That's all that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
my father had a cousin that got into genealogy and stuff, and he could trace back his father's side of his family back to 700 Switzerland, something like that. But when he looked for our name and his mother's side of the house, he could only get back about 3 or 4 generations.
Let's crack it down. Let's crack it on. Waiting for them Biden supporters to call in. While we wait for now, the general. Runs. Still difficult for my internet. Cut off some of the viewers. They said like to start from Black Love on YouTube and Facebook. Experience.com, of course, the revolutionary and YouTube. A lot of records were destroyed. Mm-hmm. Our people figuring out some of us can't prove. Yeah, that's definitely true. Because we can at least we can trace our lineage back to the 1870 census. Especially from the South, we can definitely do that. Oh my God. Shocking stars. And look at that thing, couldn't do it. Yeah, he was released by Jason Black. Yes, can you hear me, Shabaka? Thank God. Okay, so I, mm, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, thanks for joining us, MD. Mhm. Damn it, Sarge. What was he, Sarge? What was he? And tell us what he was. What branch of the military was he in, Sarge? But you just said he wasn't in the Navy. Because you said you can't hear anything, or you can hear anything. Oh, that's because I'm muted. It's, the connection is real bad. Probably gonna be real hard for me to talk on the blog talk because they don't stay very frustrating. I keep the fucking building. The purpose of doing this shit is everyone should be worried about fucked up shit in this building, but we still get it out. Have a portable hospital, but they turned it down from that money in. The NPM, called the free phone program and the free internet, they ended that shit. That's Congress. CP program. Like food stamps or Medicaid, get free internet or free food. They just ended that on first. The building Wi-Fi, they reconfigured and everything in my building. So it's real spotty for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, they definitely love this. Let's get ready to rumble. I'm trying to chime in, but the connection is real bad at where I'm at, Shabaka. So, um, yeah. Hmm. For enemies foreign and domestic, they took that oath. Yeah, and who had to foot the bill? Hold on, no. Who had to foot the bill? Sarge, cut the games. It was taxpayers. That's right. Take their pension, take all that. Go ahead, Sarge. Yeah, here's innocence. That. So now to direct connect back in. See if I can share this screen so you can at least hear it still. Yeah, should be able to hear it.
Black descent, you know what I mean? Now, there's also, too, a couple of cases where they shot unarmed white people like this here, too, Sarge. Can't hear you, Sarge.
Which
Okay, and therefore what? And therefore what?
And therefore what?
Therefore what, Sarge, is that these inept Keystone cops, man, are a threat to the public safety. Now, as you know, Sarge, a lot of cops were bullied when they were coming up. So they figured, well, you know, I got the badge and the gun now I can go out here and get me some revenge. You know, like Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry and San Francisco and what have you. And San Francisco is a cesspool. You know what I mean? Okay. But the thing is, Sarge, is that the people pay these individuals salaries for that. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, Sarge, I get tired of walking down the street, man, and each time that these race soldiers pull me over. Because as you know, Sarge, the police are not elected officials. They are policy enforcers like the slave patrollers.
Arm of
okay? Even the badge they have a very, very oh yes, Sarge. Oh yeah. Okay, Brother Che, that's right up there. Where's Brother Che? Okay, Brother Che. Okay, Sister Hatsat,
yes,
what do you have to say about all that? Then we're going to go to the Alaskan, then we're going to go to El Ya, and then we're going to start our closing comments. Is because for one, ladies and gentlemen, okay, no, wait a minute, Alaskan.
We wanted them Dementia Joe supporters to call in.
Here, boy, we
didn't get no Dementia Joe
supporters. So on that, yeah. So on that there, Sarge, you know, like we said.
Yeah, they're freaking out. They run around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. They're like, we don't know who's going to get the nomination.
This is not going to be valuable. Sleepy Joe.
Yeah,
you know
go ahead.
What I'm saying?
They're freaking out. They run around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. They're like,
most disgusting.
Well, you had asked me a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Sister.
Yes, ma'am, Sister.
What I was going to say was that we as African people of African descent need to learn how to love ourselves first. Because we're too much for the white man and the white woman and to impress them first. And it ain't really about them because we all know where they're going when they pass on. You know, but with me, I like to focus on myself. Not saying that I'm selfish, but we have to practice self-love.
Right.
Self-love always comes first because, and then our connection with God.
Okay.
You know, because and then the knowledge of self, and then whatever else that we're doing, our pillars, our respect, our love that we show towards our family, our brothers and sisters and whatnot, and the power struggle and the Black power struggle and everything else that we do in life. So we need to learn how to practice self-love first, because impressing these white people, to me, gets us nowhere. Because
and like I told you, Sarge, you disagree with the griots, but as the sister there had proved my point indirectly. This is why, Alaskan, sometimes when you catch our shows opening, and if you listen to some of our playbacks, we're playing African Sunset by Mama Africa that she was referred to, Sister Miriam Makeba. Now, old Sarge says that he doesn't believe in the griots is because, what did you say, Sarge, that they could suffer from dementia or something like that? Not Sarge.
Yeah,
okay.
They could fall in the head and get a concussion. Human memory is always fallible because human beings are fallible. When you write something down, unless
you can rewrite stuff. You can rewrite stuff.
Immutable.
You can rewrite stuff.
Okay, but
it's not immutable because you can rewrite stuff.
But
you can write yourself into something that has nothing to do with
you
it.
Alter it. It is
unless you alter it, and we're dealing with people that alter it and are still in the process of altering it. So yes, that's still going on.
Oh, and memory is always perfect. Human memory never fails, right?
Well, some
Never.
people have memories like an elephant, like myself. I remember everything. So
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. You go along with Joe Biden's memory or somebody like him, and I'll go along with the written word.
He got dementia, Alzheimer's.
That's a low blow, Sarge. Hold it, Sarge. That's a low blow.
He don't even remember.
I'll go along with the written word. I'll go along with the well-preserved written word any day.
Sarge, I would listen to the griot, Sarge, because why would the griot lie? And do you know, Sarge, that the griot probably was
lying? Who says they're lying? Maybe they misremembered it, or when it was translated to them, they didn't get it right.
Sarge, do you know how severe laws are enforced, man, with the African royalty?
Hey, the Rosetta Stone. Did the Rosetta Stone change one iota over the centuries? No. It enabled them to translate the hieroglyphics. It was not changed.
No,
it's up to translation.
It's not hieroglyphics.
That's always
it's Medu Nature. It's Medu Nature, Sarge.
The Rosetta Stone enabled it all.
Sarge,
do you understand that? The Rosetta Stone enables the translation.
Sarge, the Greeks went and stole knowledge, okay, because that barbarian, and I'm going to say it again, okay, the barbarian, okay, when he went on a trek, he took little boys with him because he was a pedophile.
See how you got to change the subject.
No, I ain't changing no subject.
We were talking about memory as opposed to the written word or something that is like a tablet that is engraved and does not change.
Sarge, okay.
And you had to change the subject to pedophilia.
Okay, Sarge. That there was the European, Sarge. Okay, that was the European, Sarge.
You ain't putting one over on me. Just keep going.
Sarge, I'm not trying to pick one on you.
Yeah, okay. You did. You changed the subject.
No, Sarge. The point is, what I'm getting at is this, okay? Lying, man, in African cultures before these neo-colonialists took over. What do you call them, Brother Che? The tethers. Yeah, before the tethers took over, which are brain-dead, brainwashed Negroes from European colonizers, just like how Elon Musk is no African man. He's a boy, okay? And so, as Sister Miriam had stated, is that the traditions are passed down orally because the griot will come out there, Sarge, for 3 days, 72 hours straight, man, and not repeat himself not one time. Now, a liar, as we all know, will repeat himself, is always putting something onto it, double speak, like your boy Donald Duck. You see what I'm saying? Hiding Biden, he's full of double speak too. Yep. The dude is demented, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lied. He lied.
He belongs in a nursing home, Sarge.
He lied.
And what they need to do, Sarge, and what they need to do with Donald Duck, okay, is that when he gets right in the middle of San Francisco Bay, Sarge. I've seen it many a time. So, like when you look at commercial San Francisco Tree, and it's the cable coming up the hill, that's Alcatraz that you see sitting. It's the kangaroo courts, you know what I'm saying, they're throwing the convictions out, okay? These are kangaroo courts, okay? These are not no places for justice. It's because if it was a place for justice, Derek Chauvin would have gotten a death penalty.
Shabaka, we got Sister Ashita in the queue.
Okay, Sleepy Joe and the Demon Rats Sleepy Joe and the Demon Rat's been telling us we must place our faith in the court, no matter what the verdict is, whether we like it or not. Donald Trump was convicted in New York. There's nothing more to say. But when the highest court of the land sees something, oh, now we dissent. They're full of shit.
We got a caller. We need to bring on before we go into overtime.
We got a caller. Yeah, we're going in overtime. Please don't nobody hang up. This is one of our
Shabaka'S,
best
they're full of shit. They don't mean anything. The only thing they're concerned with is power. Power. They don't give a good goddamn whatsoever about the rule of law.
Kangaroo. Bob and weave, hop and pop.
Yeah. You gotta have faith in the courts until the courts rule against us. And when the courts rule against us, we can't have faith in their decision.
20. Just press the you can unmute your mic. We're about to go into overtime. Don't nobody hang up.
Okay, you said we got a caller too, or is that the 520 number?
Yes, I think it's the Akshita.
Okay, I think I know who that is. Okay, just press 1, sister. I think I know who that is, the last 320. Okay, all righty. Okay, bow down to the matriarch.
Greetings.
Sister Akshita.
Is that you, Sister Akshita?
How are you, ma'am? Yes, that's Sister Akshita.
Yes, it's Akshita Beta. How's everybody doing?
No, we're going crazy out here in Las Vegas, Sister Akshita. You know how we get down over here. You know what I'm saying? We argue in massage also. Okay, and then, of course, we have the Alaskan with us tonight. You know, very, very articulate gentleman. You know what I'm saying? And tonight, guess what, Sister Akshita? We're finally disagreeing agreeably. There has not been not one insult, passed on here, you know what I'm saying? Brother Elyas is with us, dropping knowledge and what have you. So, Akshita, work your magic and your voodoo. You are the power of the matriarch, sister. Oh, and by the way, people, the hurricanes is coming across the Atlantic again. It's the spirit of the ancestors. That's the African queens. They upset.
And you want to know why the energy is in that manner? Because we're not coming together, and we're not getting the message clearly as to what unity is to look like. We still arguing over things that don't matter. We still going back and forth, debating head to head on things that is only just is vocal exercises.
Mm-hmm.
And vocal exercises are necessary, making sure you keep your vocals up when it's time to really speak. So it's like getting ready for the great debate. But when it all comes down to it, what the people are choosing to debate over are things based in religiosity and politics, which really ultimately is the same thing. And so we have to figure out what we're going to do as a people and what we can agree on and find our common ground and stick to that. We, and have those conversations. Yeah, have your verbal elations and things like that. But what are we getting out of it? What's going to change in the conversation after the debate is over? What are we going to come back and do the same thing in a couple of days next week? What are you measuring the growth of the communication?
Okay. All right. Okay, Brother Elyas. Comments, please, on Sister Akshita's statement.
Okay, first of all, Islamism, Star. How are you?
Islamism. Doing very well.
Good to hear your voice. Sister Hatshepsut.
El Christina, I say y'all should meet each other. Y'all should know each other. And as I had said to Sister Hasheput last week, when it comes to the Nation of Islam, you will represent and speak with, to, and for them from everything that's being built around us. And I think that that's a thing that people don't see, that we're building this nation. And if you say something against a Jewish person, do you see how offensive they get? We need to be that offensive about the word Black and African American. There is no such entity as Africa. Even when Haile Selassie went to Ethiopia, he said, this is not Ethiopia, it's Addis Ababa. And he changed the name because he was taking off the slave monikers to free us and free the people. And we have to get on that message. We have to get on that road right there about building. And building comes with building itself first. As Brother Shabaka I'm going to be going soon. I want, okay, you leave a legacy, but now show that legacy, that how you grew in your time, because we're always students, how you perfected or tried to perfect yourself by realizing that by claiming Black and African American, we are destroying our energy, our essence. Whatever one of the family languages we want to go into, we are destroying that by calling ourselves Black and African American. When we give credit to Caucasian, or I'm not even going to say Caucasian anymore, that's another subject. When we give credit to people from coming to Europe and we think that they were all lighter than us, that's a very big mistake. There were a group of Aboriginal people called the Micmac. You see how we got the Mixes and the Mac, that for names and stuff? There was an Aboriginal people called the Micmac. People want to know how they got names? Well, y'all just described it. We seen it in The Godfather, how people got names. But what we never considered was the people who came here from Ellis Island, they was given property and stuff, some of them, and that property they was given was our land. So when they took on the Mick Phillips and this one and that one, they were taking our land. And by us not being able to say, by us not being able to stand up and say, no, my family told me I was Cherokee. My family told me I was this. My family told me I was Blackfoot. My family told me I was Choctaw.
Yeah.
That's who you are. You're not Blacks and African American.
Hell yeah, I disagree.
Okay, now
they own slaves as well. Those 5 civilized tribes.
Now Rosians, as I call them.
They owned slaves as well. And when it was time for them to honor those treaties, as you are always bringing up, they reneged and created the Dow's Commission, so they could get the benefits of those treaties. What do the treaties look like?
Show a video.
What do the treaties look like? Or
it's in Shabaka's Messenger 2 of Hillary Clinton and Obama saying, no, we have a treaty with the Moors that we still honor.
They have a treaty with the freedmen too that they haven't honored. Like, this is the thing about these treaties. Like, the United States ain't never honored any of the treaties that they've had with other nations. So I don't know why all of a sudden we would think they want to honor these ones.
Our nation is the Moorish nation, and all of the other tribes belong in the Moorish nation. We were all one people. That's how we represented. But you had your tribe in your area where you live. That's where you get the Cherokee, the Choctaw, and all the other names from. Mayan, we were all Moors. All of us.
Okay, but
No matter which
who named us Moors? Like, who came up with the term Moor? Who came up with that term?
When you study,
and what do they look like? Because
when
I was taught that it was the Europeans that had came up with that term. Actually, the Romans. They called us Moors.
There is
Now,
a land
I'd like to make certain that I'm clear about this treaty. Now, are we referring to the Treaty of Tripoli, also known as the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States of America and the Bey and subjects of Tripoli of Barbary that was signed in 1796? Are you talking about that treaty?
So, it is that treaty. It is the treaty that Hillary Clinton said. See, I asked for that video to be distributed amongst y'all so that y'all could be like,
I shared it, y'all.
So wait a minute. Now that is the treaty. So I just want to be clear. That is the treaty you are referring to. Am I correct?
Yes, brother. And listen to what I'm telling you. There are treaties before it
and after,
and there are treaties after it. And we have to be careful with the treaties and the way that we read them, because the only one refers to us. The other ones are mixed match and have different things. But if you follow the trail of the treaties, you realize the United States story does not fit the United States story. It's in the treaty that a group of people told them to dump the tea.
Are you talking about the treaties that were signed during the Continental Congress before the United States was formed?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. That was a ratified treaty under the United States Constitution, because the United States Constitution was ratified in 1787. This treaty was ratified in 1796. So it was ratified under the United States Constitution.
Okay, Sarge.
I said there were several of them, right?
Yes.
There's one in 1776, 1777. There's another one in 1786, 87. Go to that one, not the 1791. Now,
okay, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. You said the Treaty of 1787?
1786 deal with different subject matter
1786.
Speaking to tonight.
Okay, wait a minute, because I'm trying to pull up here. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, I pulled this up here January the 1st to the 25th. AI, get off of my fucking computer, shit. Okay, treaty with Morocco, founders online. Okay, this is a treaty of peace and friendship established between us, U.S. of A., which is confirmed, in which we, and I don't know who the hell they're referring to as we. Who is we? Which we have ordered to be written in this book and sealed with our royal seal at our court of Morocco on the 25th day of, and then that is where it stops there, yeah. Okay, now this is supposed to be
that we is us.
The Moors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hold on, yeah, hold on. Now this computer's playing games. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, more. Okay, wait a minute. Forms, more, Moray, Maru, more. Now with initial capital. Okay, now this is pretty much blurred on here. Can you pull this up on your computer, Brother Che?
You have to send me the link.
Here that,
you have to send me the link.
Okay, wait a minute. In ancient history, a native of Mauritania, a region of northern Africa corresponding to parts of Morocco and Algeria. Okay, so that's the Sahara. Okay, in later times, one belonged to the people and the Berbers and Arab race, Mohammedan in religion,
so
constitute the bulk of the population of northwestern Africa, and who I believe is the 8th century conquered Spain. In the Middle Ages and as late as the 17th century, the Moors were commonly supposed to be mostly black or very swarthy. So the existence of white Moors was recognized. Okay, first place. Now this is my opinion on this here, because see, now I might be stepping into some unfamiliar territory right here. And also too, Sister Akshita, you miss me and Sarge, go at it. Because, you know, Sister Akshita, you know, I always use the term the rape and slave trade pedophile. Sarge is up here saying if it wasn't for that, he would not exist. And, you know, Sarge and I have been going back there for Okay, and then Sister Share, me and Sarge, we went from the
hummingbirds.
hummingbird to
the
the
hummingbird, Sarge. The hummingbird, not only does it fly, it hovers, it goes forward, it goes backwards.
Bumblebees. Don't forget the bumblebees.
Sarge. Okay, so what are we gonna have next week, Sarge? The next time we come on, man, come on.
Well, I don't know. It's your show, brother. Are you giving? Okay. Are you gonna make me a producer now?
You a producer of this platform? Oh no!
Well, then don't ask me. Don't ask me then. Yes. What are you asking me for? Ask Brother Jay.
If Brother El and Sister Cheetah are down to host the show that they were, we have planned for them to host.
Yeah, they're more than welcome. Okay, they're more than welcome to do so. All they got to do is just set a date. Oh, and by the way, Sarge, let Joe Gibson know, Sarge, it's 103 degrees out here in this desert, man. And I'm yet to get sunburned, homie.
Yeah,
It was 111 at noon.
Oh my God.
I was on the middle of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The skin just gets more and more melanated, Sarge. Thank God being a black man.
Right.
Or whatever. Okay. In other words, thank God for being a descendant of that continent that is south of that filthy place called Europe. Okay, no disrespect to you, Alaskan. And do what is that there? East of South America and west of Asia. I'm talking about that place. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. Ashwar Kwesi, who I would like to get, Brother Chair, if we could reach out to the good doctor, because I'm thinking that Dr. Kwesi will support just about everybody's premise on here. Is because, as you know, he's been over there in Kemet, man. You know what I'm saying? For years now, he has tours over there. And he had stated is that when it came to building, the Great Pyramid, sits dead center of the Earth's land mass. Now, what happens is
it's the only continent that does not move.
Yes, sir. And then also down there to Azania, where Sarge does not believe in the griots, is because he says the griots, man, might forget or something like that. But to quote our sister Mama Africa, who we play the African Sunset to and tribute to her great memory of the great sacrifices that she made. Okay, Elon Musk.
Oh, Lord.
Is
Here we go.
Dutch, man.
He's an African American.
Okay, he's Dutch.
He's African American.
Sarge, can we let's get Mad Dr. D's daughter on here again, who went to Azania, okay? And I would like to get her opinion on that because she does have her father's temperament, that I must say. But Stinky Bird, I don't recognize him as no so-called African or Cubanian or what have you. He is a boy, is what he is. And then Alaskan, it wasn't your show, but it was another show that I was on, and we got to talking about old Muskie. And the dude kicked me off the air, you know what I'm saying, because he couldn't handle his truth. But one thing I will say about the Alaskan, he's down for his people, And the Alaskan has always been respectful, so, he's an individual that, we disagree with agreeably. Oh, here's a quick question, since we're talking about your favorite guy, Donald Duck, Sarge. Michelle Obama, what are her chances of beating Donald Trump?
0 and none, because she's lazy as hell. She got a soft, easy life, and she don't want to give that up for the rough and tumble of politics. She one of the laziest women to ever come along in public life. She ain't interested in the battle.
Okay, and Sister Akshita dropped. Okay, all right, thank you for joining us, Sister Akshita. You know what I'm saying? And we can go on and start making our closing comments if we can, is because we want a completed episode, because they will pull the plug on it. Okay, so we're going to start with Sister Hatshepsut on her closing comments, and then we're going to go to the Alaskan, then we're going to go to Elia, and then Sarge, we're going to go to you, then we're going to go to Brother Che, and then we're going to go to me.
Okay. Thank you everyone for all of your comments today. I learned a lot. And I just wanted to say that one of the things that we're lacking in our community is unity.
Right.
And it's important to have unity, but we can't do it without self-love. It's important that we love and show love to self first. Without proper love of self, we don't know how to treat self or others because the love is not there. Nor do we know how to live without the guidance and love of self or love from the utmost God or just knowing His love.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Hudson.
Okay. And thank you, Sister Hatshepsut. And then, as we do know, Her Majesty of her namesake, Queen Hatshepsut, she was the queen and she had commanded her troops in the field. Okay. Yeah. Just like Queen Amina of Zazao, which is now modern day Nigeria. Okay. Alrighty.
It was called.
Okay. And then, and we're going to go to, let's see, who is the next in line for closing comments, Brother Che?
The Alaskan.
Oh, yeah, the Alaskan. Okay, Alaskan, your closing comments, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's fun to listen to you, Shabaka. Sometimes you just, you really kind of piss me off, and it's not because you're Shabaka. It's you're dwelling in the past and in the ancestry world. I've got ancestors that I don't know about, and I really don't care about because they're not here. But because they existed, I exist. Same with you. Your ancestors, I don't care about because without them, you wouldn't be here. And I could tell you, I could tell you probably right now that if you and I ever got together in the same room, that we could be, we would become pretty good friends.
Okay,
and
well,
it has nothing to do with the shade of your skin or the shade of my skin. It's just because you're Shabaka and I'm the Alaskan.
Well, Alaska, maybe one day you can come out here to Sin City, Alaska, you know what I'm saying? And we can go bump a couple of stones, man, off the crap tables, man, and hopefully we'll get paid.
They got dice down there.
What did you say?
What I'm saying is, I know that you grew up in a hard life. I'm not going to take that away from you. Okay, yeah. I did not grow up in near as hard a life as what you did. And I tell you the honest to God truth, in the community that I grew up in, it was all pretty much white. I didn't really meet, I really didn't meet my first black people or black men until I got into the Army. And what I found out? What I found out when I got mixed up with everybody in that goddamn barracks? There were some black guys I liked. There were some black guys I liked and became friends with, and there were black guys I couldn't stand. And there was, and likewise there was a few white guys in there that I couldn't stand, and I had white guy friends. It doesn't matter. You know what really matters? What really matters is the person, not the color of their skin, Lord. Where they came from, where they grew up. It's how you treat them and how they treat you.
You know.
Okay, so basically,
and that's basically where it comes down to.
Are you
okay.
don't judge somebody by the content? Don't judge a man by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And I grew up during that period. I grew up during that period of time, and I watched it all devolve on my television set in my living room when I was growing up. And I
remember
swear to God,
Dr. King was assassinated.
And I will tell you right here, right now, that I was not in favor of any of the water hoses, the dogs, or any of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was horrible, man. That was horrible. And also, too, Alaska, to prove your point. Okay. Now, to prove your point even further, what are those in the civil rights movement and the Black empowerment era? Because Alaskan, you have to remember, you had two eras that were right after each other. The civil rights era, and then of course, and for Elia and Sister Akshita Dra. Okay, I'm just using Black as common term, Elia. Okay, when you had the Black empowerment era, and that there would have started, with the Black Panther Party and the Black Liberation Army, and I'm sure everybody's familiar with our sister down there in Cuba, the Queen Mother, Assata Shakur. Okay, in my opinion, who was falsely accused and what have you. Okay, now, if there's going to be any type of...
Shabaka, let me...
Can I be honest with you?
We got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was not favorable to the Black Panthers or the Black Liberation Army. I was not in favor of that. Okay? Just to put that straight, okay?
Okay.
I was totally against all that.
Were you totally against the Ku Klux Klan? Were you totally against the Ku Klux Klan? How about the lynch mobs?
No, I was not. I was against the Ku Klux Klan also.
Okay. And now let me ask you this here: how did you feel about the Deacons of Defense?
The what?
The Deacons of Defense.
The Deacons of Defense. Okay, now they were down there, and I believe in the Carolinas. Okay, Robert Williams was a World War II vet. Okay, and what he was doing was he had advocated, that the Black community or so-called Black community, common term for Elia, that we defended ourselves and when aggressed upon, returned fire. Okay, in which they did. And I think that what happened with Mr. Williams, if I got the story right, that he had to leave the U.S. and he had to go through a whole bunch of rigmarole to get back because they had wanted to charge him with a crime. But however, you had old frog face, segregation yesterday, segregation today, segregation tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Of what he said down there in Montgomery, and Montgomery, Alabama is where my ancestors had slaved at. Now, Sarge, according to Sarge, Sarge says if he met the slave traders that owned his family, he would sit down there and call them relatives. Me, if I was to meet those that own my family, hey man, you got to check for the reparations now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now that's just me. That's just me.
I didn't say that, Shabaka. I didn't say that.
Shabaka.
Not what I said.
What did you say, sorry?
On the reparations. I feel that the only people who should pay the reparations are the slaveholders.
No.
Okay.
No.
And that's
no.
It. The rest
no.
The rest of us do not.
No, it's not just the slave owners. It's the United States government. They were all complicit with the enslavement of our ancestors. They benefited off of it. They can still continue to benefit off of it.
Yeah, because it contributed greatly to the gross national product.
They all owe.
So it's not just no individual slave owners.
Alaska, it did contribute greatly to the gross national product to Alaska. Yeah, but keep in mind, it is a complicated issue. You see what I'm saying?
It's not complicated.
Who do I get reparations?
Huh?
My question is, who do I get reparations from for my ancestors that died in the Civil War fighting for the Union?
Are you serious? You want reparations for dying in the Civil War? Are you serious? If that's the case, then we need reparations for every war that we have fought in this country's history. Because we have literally fought in every war, from the Revolutionary War to the wars that are going on right now. So you talking about reparations?
We did do
reparations for every last war, because we have fought in every single last war this country has ever had.
May I address that, please?
Wait a minute. Did I say anything about the fact that you did not? Did I say anything about the fact that you did not?
You should get reparations for fighting in the Civil War. Y'all try to make it seem like y'all were in support of ending slavery. All y'all were in support of was preserving the Union. And that's exactly what Lincoln said. He said if he could have it any other way.
Yeah, that is true, Alaska. Yeah, he would have kept slavery. Yeah, that is true.
Odoso,
that is true.
The sentence of Odoso is talking about, our ancestors fought in the Civil War. You should be grateful for that. First of all, y'all didn't win the Civil War until the black colored infantry was introduced into the United States military. Then y'all started winning the war. Before that, the South was whooping y'all ass. The Confederates were whooping y'all behinds. So, yeah. So thank you.
Okay. And then you had a World War I general. Okay, also too, Alaskan, to support Brother Cherry's premise a little bit here. Now, this is where I'm asking that we're having a disagreement, but let us disagree agreeably. But not to mention the fact that General Pershing in World War I, they called him Blackjack Pershing, okay? The reason why he got the name Blackjack Pershing is because he had wanted, the colored troops of the Harlem Hellfighters, I believe. Yes. The Harlem Hellfighters, Brother Che, because, you guys are younger than me, man, and my mind ain't what it used to be. But the Griot Sarge, you know what I'm saying? Their minds are sharp, okay? Very much so.
Okay.
Now,
may I address this, please?
Hold on, I got to add one more thing, Sarge, before you try to address this. The slave owners, after the Civil War, received reparations.
No, they didn't. Not from the federal government. They didn't. It was illegal.
They still received
14th Amendment forbade it. The 14th Amendment forbade
it. They were compensated for every slave that they lost.
No, you didn't hear what I just said. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me.
Sorry.
I said they didn't get it from the federal government.
Where did they get it from?
Because the 14th Amendment forbade it.
Who did they get it from?
Okay, but Sarge.
It's in Section 4 of the 14th Amendment.
From?
It's forbidden.
Who did they get the reparations from?
Okay, can I respond to what's been said? Please, I'll tell you. You know I'm succinct. I don't ramble. Let me get right to the point, okay?
You don't ramble. Answer the question.
When a soldier puts on the uniform of the United States for any conflict, they are bound by the rules of the United States Armed Forces at the time they enter it. That means that let me finish. They are subject and eligible for all pensions, payments, bonuses, and rewards for that service. Now, all soldiers, including United States colored troops, were given bonuses and pensions according to the terms of their services, where they served, whether they were wounded, whether they were killed in action, or whether they died of disease. They all got the same thing. Now, that wasn't true at the beginning, because the black troops had to protest to get the same pay as their white comrades. But they did. Come on, now let me finish. I'm going to lay some knowledge at the back. Let me finish. I'm not going to just ramble.
We didn't get no.
They got the same payment.
We didn't get no
look, when they got killed, they got the same pension as their white comrades did. That is a fact.
No, that is not
okay,
a
now
fact.
let me ask you this.
Okay, we got burnt alive on our
See how quick you shut me down.
Because you're not
hold on
right now. We're supposed to be in cleans.
Hold on, Sarge.
And then we were supposed to go to.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Alaska, are you done with your closing statement?
In States Armed Forces, they would upon the condition of service at the time. So it is considered. I'm not sure I use the right word here. It is not which side to give. In ones that they can expect as a result of their X isn't appropriate to say that any soldier who died
The slave masters getting reparations.
First Louisiana Native Guard. They were a militia unit. They came before the United States Colored Troops. But the United States Colored Troops, the regiments that made up those men, they weren't formed till after the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point of the war, and that happened in 1863 in July.
Yes,
so the Confederacy was on the back foot after the Battle of Gettysburg. The black Union soldiers were decisive in bringing it into the war, but the Confederacy was pretty much defeated after July of 1863, after the Battle of Gettysburg. They were on strategic defensive from that point to the end of the war. So let's get that clear too. Okay?
No, let's get this
now, that
clear.
Does not change the fact.
The Union was losing until the colored
that
infantry.
They performed nobly and heroically, but for you to assume an outside, remember, my whole history, my life has been devoted to studying the contribution of black soldiers to the defense of this nation, because I was so angry at the exclusion of my father's all-Negro 92nd Division from the history of the fighting in Italy, and he had a Silver Star, a Purple Heart, and a Bronze Star from fighting in that war. I said, what the hell's my dad? That's when I started researching all this stuff.
Okay, now let me ask you this here, Sarge, and the Alaskan too. Colonel Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Okay, I try to ask you this question here, Sarge, on Joe Gibson's show, and Joe kicked me out. He runs his show, we run ours. Great, fine, beautiful. Okay, Benjamin O. Davis Jr., the Tuskegee Airmen. How come they were never given their proper recognition?
They have been. Are you kidding?
Okay, okay, Sarge. Why didn't they get their recognition, man, right there at the end of World War II? I'm talking
because of racism and Jim Crow. You know the answer. Because of racism and Jim Crow.
Wait, because of what? Because of what? Because of what? Repeat that again, Sarge.
Hold on, I got to hear this again.
Hey, you ain't never gonna hear Sarge deny the truth. There's no doubt whatsoever. It can only be explained by racism and Jim Crow as to why they didn't get the recognition they deserve. You think I'm gonna argue against that proposition? Hell no.
Okay, now Sarge. Hold on, Sarge. Now you also got to look at the Scottsboro boy case, and then what about the Central Park Five, Sarge? The guy who you endorsing for president, and the orange dude. Central Park Five guys were innocent.
Put the ad out.
He was calling for that execution.
Yeah.
Man, you sure will jump around and whatever. I'll tell you what. Here's what we do for the next show. I know, but okay. Here's a suggestion from somebody who is not a producer or is likely ever to be. Why don't you and me debate the Central Park Five next week?
Okay.
Well, it has to be the week after.
Okay, Brother Che, you want to make a note of that, and you're welcome to join in on that day too, Alaska. Yes, keep in mind, Sarge, I got to do a lot of reading.
Let's do it Friday.
You better, because you better come ready. You better come ready, because I've already studied that.
Hold on, Sarge. Let's do. Yeah, let's make that topic for Friday. Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Tays.
Now,
I just need
all right.
Need your email address, Sarge. I need your email address, Sarge.
You really get down and throw some eggs.
Sorry, y'all. I think it's the internet again. Must the direct connect must have been again. I can't hear anything now. I think the connect back in. This is overtime.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Sorry, y'all, they pulled the plug on us. But thank y'all for tuning in to Season 9, Episode 1 of Shabaka'S Black Experience Enhanced in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. We will be back on Friday for Grand Rises with Shabaka and the Chase, so make sure y'all check that out. And Lady Chase should be dropping the RBA either tonight or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our platforms, Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka'S Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X.com. So, peace to everybody that tapped in on the StreamYard. Peace to our hype men, Mac 285 and Twin Pyramid, and also peace to Jay Militant. Make sure y'all subscribe to What's Cracking TV with Jay Militant, our cousin out the Bay Area. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. And you Biden supporters, y'all did not call in tonight and tell us why we should vote for Dementia Joe. As y'all know, he ain't gonna get the nomination, and he's not gonna make it to November. So we told y'all so. We tried to tell y'all back in 2020, 2019. Y'all thought it was a game. Y'all didn't think Fat Meat was greasy. Y'all kept telling us anybody but Trump. You have to get the orange man out, and now y'all got Biden remorse. So I'm just gonna let y'all soak in that. So like I said, peace, love, light, reparations, and separation and Black empowerment. We will see y'all Friday for Grand Risings with Shabaka and the Chase, where we will be discussing Essential Part 5 with our favorite antagonist, Sarge. So, peace from the Mile High Income, an illegal migrant flooded city, otherwise known as Denver, Colorado. Chain Krummer, Colorado State House District 8 representative or candidate for House District 8, signing out. Peace.